Good morning, people. It's Man of Knowledge 1000 here again, and I've just come in to give my thoughts on the Canelo versus two topics today. Canelo versus Billy Joe Saunders, and also the Illuminati and threats from the Illuminati. So two topics today I've got for you. And we've all seen now, we've got this weekend Billy Joe Saunders versus Canelo, right? And everyone's been talking about this boxing match for ages, but it looks like now it's off because Billy Joe Saunders wants to have the ring size, the inner ring piece size has to be, he wants to be 22 feet and Canelo wants it to be 16 feet. So, it's like they haven't fucking sorted this out before they agreed with the whole thing and that, you know what I mean? They've waited until everyone has bought their tickets, travelled over to wherever it is in America somewhere. The people who've put the fucking stadium together, all these people who work in probably minimum wage, less than minimum wage in America actually. Their minimum wage is ridiculous. They don't get hardly nothing. But those people who are going to work every day, setting up the stadium, doing all the media stuff and that, and the two of them haven't even turned up for the media things for the most part. You know what I mean? They've been messing about, like both of them, and now they're saying that the fight isn't going to happen because they can't agree on a difference of a couple of size feet of the inner ring piece. And that's, you know, of all these people who's put the work into this, it's just outrageous, isn't it? It's just absolutely outrageous. Come on, isn't there a dog there? It's absolutely despicable, the behaviour of some of these so-called professional boxers, inverted commas. You know what I mean? Professional, inverted commas. But, yeah, it's terrible on these people. I hope they can sort it out, like, just for people. I feel sorry for people who bought tickets to it. And they're going to be, the money's just wasted, isn't it? For no reason. They'll probably bring in someone else to fight Canelo, and it'll be someone no one gives a shit about watching it, and you bought a ticket to watch like the crappiest Canelo fight there's ever been. You're off against someone who know on less than a week's notice or something like that. So yeah, it's not good. I hope they can sort it out. As far as the fight goes, I think Billy Joe Saunders, he has a very good chance of actually causing some problems for Canelo, just because of his style, you know. And he's got that sort of moving about style, like he's a slick boxer kind of thing, you know what I mean? And he has the footwork as well. He has a fast feet, fast hands and that. And that's the only styles that's ever give Canelo any trouble before. It's been them sort of styles. But I've used the fast feet and fast hands and that. For example, like Lara is one of them, right? He's one of them. He's one of them, he is, right? Who give Canelo a lot of problems. I thought Canelo won it easily, though, to be honest. Right? I didn't see what other people say. But Billy Joe Saunders is a lot better than him. Way better than him. He's too fast, man. He's very, very fast. But that's why Canelo wants the ring to be smaller. Smaller ring piece, that means that Billy Joe Saunders can't use his footwork. He can't use it. He doesn't have the space to move around in. And another thing Canelo's team is trying to do is they've been trying to get the mat, the floor ground inside the ring piece to be extremely soft flooring. So when you're moving about, if you're someone who's moving about a lot, it's going to tire your legs out quicker, isn't it? Obviously, you know what I mean? It's like walking about on running on a beach or something. You go for a jog on the sand or something like that, and you fucking feel the difference, like, you know. But come on, Molly, come on, you little shit. How am I going to manage this? Like, I can't with these dogs, you know, doing this. But it's refusing to walk again. She's a little shit. She's a little shit. Worst behaved dog I've ever had, ever. But yeah, as long as Billy Joe Saunders he has to have, his fitness will have to be extremely high for this one. You have to really be smart and what he's doing and that. But I honestly believe if he gives it, if he's 100%, right? Canelo's my favourite boxer at the minute, so I'm just giving my honest opinion on it. If Billy Joe Saunders gives it 100%, he will give Canelo some problems. He could possibly outpoint him as well, but it's going to be hard because of the judges and that. It's going to be very difficult to do that. But I genuinely believe he can do it. I believe he could do it, like, you know. But it's just a shame they've got to act like a pair of fucking, I don't know what to call them, over of the size of a ring piece, like, you know what I mean? It's just fucking, it's a matter of 2 feet, the size of the ring, and they're considering calling the fight off completely over that. They should just agree, come to the middle somewhere and just agree on it, get it done, and then both give their best effort. Whoever wins, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? That's all they have to do. But, and on the other subject, I've been receiving yet more threats from the Illuminati, yet again. I've had, what did I have yesterday? They had a thing up there on my computer about, you know, loads of things about beheadings and all this sort of stuff, you know? And loads and loads of stuff about all this sort of stuff, beheadings and that. And it's all like in a row. Like on my Facebook news feed, it'll be all in a row. So I'll go down, like, say like 10 stories in a row. The first 7 will all be like stories about beheadings, like Iraq and all this sort of stuff. And you know, John the Baptist was one they put up on there. They put that up there, and a picture of his severed head and all this sort of stuff, like on a drawing, an artwork, painting or something. And then on the next 10, it's all pictures of news stories from all fucking dates and that. They're not from today. They're like mixed and matched dates, but it's all where they've got pictures of someone on the headline pointing like at you. You know what I mean? They're pointing out at the screen like that, and that's how they make threats to you, you know, stuff like that. And they've had, like, on my route where I go for a run and that, they've had the police sitting around on my route, parked in lay-bys and that, and staring at. They've had people come past me in cars staring at me, like pretending that they reaching for something, all this, like, you're, you know, I mean, it's all stupid stuff though. But they've been doing this for me for 4 years. At first it was very, you know, it was very, very scary, you know, at first, to be honest, when you got this satanic cult, like, starts communicating with you through your television and threatening to kill you and that, and you find out that the police are actually part of it, the government and everything, and they're all threatening to kill you. It's a little bit, it's, you know, it's a bit of it's a bit dodgy, like, it's a little bit scared. But I thought, well, if they're gonna do, I'm not giving in to these people, because I know what they are. You know what I mean? See all the fucking shit in the world. I see, you know, I see what's going on in the world. You know what I mean? And it's just disgusting, like, you know, what these people are fucking doing. They're sitting hiding behind your government and your media and that, and just deliberately causing people's lives to be miserable all across the world, all different types of people in different kinds of ways, just causing misery just because. That's what they're doing. And people is just willing to go along with it. They're just willing to believe these people for, you know, where did they earn this trust with people, you know? How did they get this trust, this unconditional trust? Where does that come? Where did they ever earn that? What have they ever done? You know, they've been blatantly, they've actually shown you that they're blatant liars, and yet people trust them with these type of things. Like, you look at videos from Wuhan, China and all of that, and they had these people collapsing in the streets and that. There was people just falling dead on the CCTV and that. There was pandemonium in the hospitals. There's videos all on YouTube. You go back a year and you remember why that you went out panic buying toilet paper. Remember yourself. Why did you do it? You did it. You went out and you bought all the toilet paper, and there's some little old woman who can hardly get to Tesco on her walking stick and that. She's hobbling down to Tesco needing a shit, and she goes in Tesco and there's no toilet paper, and she's stuck there with ripped up newspaper for fucking a month or 2 or fucking however many months. She's looking out for she's ripping up bits of anything she can, like ripping wallpaper off the wall in the bathroom to wipe her arse with, and that, because you fuckers got scared of some videos on the news showing these people there collapsing and all that. This was before the virus came here. Now think back, what caused all the panic? Everyone stocking up and all that. They didn't see anything with their own eyes, did they? And you still haven't seen anything with your own eyes. The only thing you saw was on the news, on your television, and it's still the only thing you've ever seen. And yet you're willing to trust these people. And yet all that happened, right? All of that happened. These people, the pandemonium and all that you see on the news in Wuhan, how terrifying it was, like, for you people, because you were shitting yourselves. You bought all the toilet paper and that, so you should remember how scary that was. If you use your brain, have a think back, you should remember. But now think, if that was here now, do you think that the government and all these celebrities and that would have to make these videos telling you, like, trying to convince you to go and take the antidote, an injection they want you to take, in order to stop this virus that scared everyone into buying all the bog roll? Like, it doesn't. Do you ever compute that in your head? Does that make sense? Would they even have to do that? Would they need to use advertisement, propaganda, in order to convince you to take an injection? Would they have to do it? They wouldn't, would they? If you have a think about it. If you really think hard, use all your strength, all your might, think. They would never have to convince you. You wouldn't need any convincing. If it looked like what you saw on the news, there'd be bodies laying about the place. Like what you saw, it was only in one little place. Wuhan's a small city. It's not like the size of London or anything like that. If that same virus had have hit London, it would have looked a lot worse. Doesn't matter what, virus behaves the same whichever country it goes into. But some people just, I just don't get it, how you can just watch this crap on the news and just take it as it's 100%, it's the truth, because it's definitely not. It's blatantly not. It's blatantly a load of shit. But because I know this, and because I'm talking out about this, I've been threatened off these people long before this even started, this COVID thing, you know what I mean? But I'm speaking about this as well, and they're still using the same tactics to try and threaten me. Like yesterday, I wish I had my phone with me yesterday. I went for a jog yesterday. I go most mornings. I haven't this morning because my legs are a wee bit sore, like, from running every day, you know. The odd day off, like, but I'm not having a day off my exercise, like, I keep doing it, but do some other things today. But yeah, on me run, on the path I go on, there's a log laid across the path, and it's got on it all these little things hanging off it, like these little satanic fucking symbols and all this shit. These little weird little stick men and things like this, you know, hanging off this fucking log laid across the path. We was just talking the other day about my neighbour who's complaining to the housing. She's complaining to the housing because I do weights and that. And she's complaining because she thinks there's a massive tree out the front, and she thinks the wind's going to blow it onto her car. She's like out the front taking photos of it, you know, screaming and that about this tree, you know. I think she's a bit, I don't know what, a bit mental or something, you know. But I don't see how, you know, it's a bit interesting that they can, you wouldn't honestly, you wouldn't believe it. The main way that they're making threats to you is through, they use your social media and that, and basically they are watching you through your phones and that. Your phone and all your, even your smart TV. Even if you don't have that, even in your house, they've got, somehow, I don't know how they do it, but they can watch you in your house all the time, even in your fucking bathroom and that. I go for a shit, I come back out on my Facebook feed, it's all like news stories about going for a shit and that, you know what I mean? That's like what they try and do to you, you know, trying to like cycle, look, we can even watch you in the toilet type of thing like that. You wouldn't fucking, you know, it's crazy what's going on. But you've got to, what you've got to look at is these people's, the things you're watching on the news and what you're seeing with your own eyes are completely two different things. They're completely two different things. And if you are somebody who is getting the same threats as I'm getting, if they're using your social media, your internet and that to attack you, you know, try and intimidate you, don't be scared of them. I'm telling you, they can't do anything. The only thing that they have is to be able to try and convince you, to intimidate you they can only influence your own actions. That's all they can do. So don't fear them. They cannot do anything. They can't do anything. I've literally, you know, if they could do anything, they'd have done it to me. They can't do nothing. They can do nothing at all. So do not fear them, and get in touch with me. If you've had similar threats by them, please message me and talk to me, like, you know. And we can discuss this, like. But anyway, I'm gonna go. I've put my pick for the boxing match is I think, if I'm totally honest, I think Canelo by decision, because the judges is going to be on his side. But you know, I'm not sure. I don't know. You know, I think Billy Joe has a real chance to do it. Canelo's my favourite fighter, but Billy Joe Saunders, even though he's an Englishman, I'm not an Englishman. I've never been an Englishman, but I usually root against the Englishman. But I'm not rooting for Billy Joe Saunders. I'm fine a 50-50. I'm not really bothered, to be honest, in this one. But I see it being a points decision for Canelo on that one. And if it happens, anyway. But all the best, and get in touch if you know what I know and you've had similar threats. All right? God bless you.